inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Hello again, everyone. Brandon. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there.
And right away, he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
First down, Meadows. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 41, here's second down and 7.
Looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
This is second and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
confident because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make it 6-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it back in, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off play action, rushing.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 30.
They'll run on first down. It's Kramer. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
The slot man in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down. Rushing. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Back out comes San Antonio.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Able to slither by.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
And the San Antonio 1st down.
On 1st down, Meadows. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, San Antonio.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Rushing. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Rushing. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. In motion is Bo. They'll run on first down. It's Kramer. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. 2nd and 3. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Rushing. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the
on first down, Meadows. And across midfield and inside the 45.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
Up the middle they go. Meadows. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A little juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Rushing.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, San Antonio.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows.
110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And the San Antonio first down.
On play action, they'll throw. Walker with a grab, left side.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Antonio, first down.
They'll run on first down. Meadows. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that, but we're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result, big plays.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Falcons back out getting set for this next drive.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
And he loses the football a second time.
But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Oh, a heck of a move. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Back out comes San Antonio.
They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and
on 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, San Antonio.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our look at the NFL starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on the Commanders. And here's the running back for the visiting team. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is the Patriots wideout. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 58 yards for the score. The Patriots able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. They win it in the final moments. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans hosting the LA Chargers. And this is the Titans quarterback. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Titans send their fans home happy as they come away with the victory. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Kramer. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Kramer. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good for a San Antonio first down. A gain of 3 on the play.
Back to throw again.
San Antonio.
And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kramer. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kramer. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll run. It's Presley.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Off play action. Rushing. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards.
So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Trevino.
Here's 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 148 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. That'll be 2nd down. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 30.
San Antonio, 1st down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
1st and goal at the 7th.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Complete. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Kramer. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground.
It's Kramer. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Kramer. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
In motion, the tight end. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rushing. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now a carry here for Presley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The give to the fullback on the dive. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
When you say that with accusatory tones, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, Here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Meadows. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. You have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
And here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Kramer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
97 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for San Antonio,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.